If you talk to sellers after the fact, most of them don't say, "I wish the market was better." They say, "I wish I knew that before I listed." If we haven't met, I'm Joseph Ranola with the Bridge and Boro Team at Matthias Real Estate. I work with sellers across Staten Island, South Brooklyn, and a big part of my job is helping people avoid mistakes they don't realize they're making until it's too late. Today, I want to walk through the seller mistakes that cost the most money, even when the market itself is fine overall. These aren't extreme cases, these are everyday decisions I see smart sellers make when they rely on assumptions instead of outcomes. So one of the biggest mistakes happens before the listing even goes live, and that's pricing based on optimism instead of evidence. Many sellers price their home based on what they hope or think will happen, or what they've heard about a neighbor's sale, rather than how buyers are actually behaving right now. When the price is even slightly misaligned, especially in this market, it's responding quickly. Showing slow, feedback changes, leverage starts to slip before the seller realizes what's happening. Another common mistake is treating preparation like an afterthought. Sellers often believe buyers will see past certain condition issues. In a market where buyers are comparing options carefully, condition becomes part of the negotiation whether a seller plans for it or not. What feels minor to a seller can become a reason for hesitation or a pricing conversation later, especially for first-time homebuyers. Timing decisions also trip sellers up. Some sellers wait for more clarity, thinking certainty will arrive later. In reality, waiting often introduces new competition or shifts buyer attention elsewhere. The mistake isn't waiting itself, it's waiting without understanding what can change while you do. Another quiet mistake is negotiating against yourself. This happens when sellers react emotionally to early feedback or make concessions before the market has actually spoken. Strong negotiation comes from understanding buyer behavior, not from trying to anticipate objections that may never materialize. This is something I see repeatedly working with sellers in Staten Island and Southern Brooklyn. It's rarely about intelligence or effort. It's about not having a clear framework before decisions get locked in. Finally, many sellers underestimate the importance of the first impression. Earliest days on market carry disproportionate weight. Buyers pay the most attention early. If the listing doesn't clearly communicate value from the start, it's difficult to recreate that momentum later without heavy adjustments. None of these mistakes guarantee a bad outcome, but each one increases friction. And more friction usually means more time, more negotiation, or more compromise on your end. The goal isn't perfection, the goal is avoiding easily preventable regret. If you're planning to sell and want a simple way to pressure test your decisions before you list, I've put together a seller mistake checklist that walks through the most common issues I see. You'll find it linked below.